was.
Hello? Alright, sorry guys for the thing. I don't know what just happened, but what's up guys, welcome back to another video here. Today we're going to be playing this Madden 19. I've actually got better at this. Like, yeah, guys. Yep. Oh, Jason, last time it was so bad, but I've gotten better, but I'm still bad.
First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couch with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh.
Alright, so here we go. But like, what are you eating, Jason? I am eating bacon. Alright. There we go, guys.
Hey everybody, it's... All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports.
All right.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Chicago Bears and the Madden Legends.
Here we go.
Fielded about a yard deep.
Ah, I slipped on him. I suck. Last time I actually didn't know how to run. Sorry, guys.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for the Hall of Famer, Barry Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
I might go for a quarterback.
But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Young, dancing to his left. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now they toss out
first down. That's first down.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we
dang
can
it, they're actually hard.
They're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they?
Good job.
Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Hardcore.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play.
And that's caught inside the 35.
That's how you do it, guys.
Give him 30 yards there.
A nice catch there by Jerry Rice. And when you look at the yardage he compiled in his NFL career.
Good.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. And he will have a touchdown. Jerry Rice.
That is how you do it.
Yards. And the Madden Legends have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown.
Shut up, Matt. Shut up.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Shut up, Madden.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at
Shush.
their own 25-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Ah, yes, Reggie White. I remember when they first started calling him the Minister of Defense. It was back at the University of Tennessee, snuffing out plays like that. Did you see that tackle for a loss? I remember him turning around the LSU game in 1983 with a similar play. Reggie White, one of the all-time greats.
13-time Pro Bowler Reggie White.
What the heck are they doing?
Pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field
still didn't
for
get the
a
first
while,
down.
let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
I'm just saying.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Here's Steve Young looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
That's how you do it, guys.
That
is how you do it.
6 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way.
And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Barry Sanders, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone.
That's how we do it, guys. That's how you do it.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Nice
Getting
catch.
2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Actually
Anything,
nice.
at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
There we go.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Trubisky to throw.
Interception!
It's intercepted.
GG's, man.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Ben, I'm not sure I've seen a better all-around athlete than Rod Woodson. I mean, he was at Purdue at the same time I was at Tennessee, and he was obviously way better than me. His last game at Purdue, the coach let him play both ways. He played 137 plays that day. Returned punts, kickoffs, had 10 tackles on defense with a pass broken up and a forced fumble, and 236 all-purpose yards on offense. And they kept the old Oaken bucket by beating Indiana in that game. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Come on.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Interception,
Now a deep
too.
ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
The
Josh,
toss
Lana.
play begins with the guy taking the snap
I'm
and
gonna try to go
tossing it
4th
to the
down.
runner.
If Lana, shut
But
your
where
mouth.
the real intrigue is,
I can do it.
can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the
That's
direction
it.
they want to run the
Run,
football.
boy.
If they do that, that's
Run,
the result that you get
run,
that type of a game. If
Run,
they don't,
run,
There he goes
run,
left
run.
side. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
That's how you do it, son.
With his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Madden Legends will extend
That
their
is
lead.
how you do it.
And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about
Yeah,
low
what
man
you said,
runs,
perfect.
right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And
Shut
no way
up!
Back here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to
actually, did he really?
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
Oh, my God.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, they run with Howard. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down.
Shut up!
7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now Trubisky to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a
This is
precarious
it, guys.
position. We know
Can we
the
get the ball
security
back on
point
this
of
one?
attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And this is going to be
Almost an
incomplete.
interception.
Sometimes it's just not your day.
I know.
There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Madden Legends offense trotting out again. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone.
That's it. That's it.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Terrell Owens, 59
that is a touchdown.
yards. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
That's crazy.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Yeah.
Anderson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles? Now Howard stripped. He lost the football.
Did I just get a fumble?
Go the other way.
I just got a fumble.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet there are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Protection's certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. And it's a touchdown.
That's how you do it,
Barry Sanders.
That's how you do it.
To a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They're off to a
freaking
fantastic
time, son.
They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Anderson now to kick this one away.
I'm doing something slipping around. I'm not.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On second down, here's Trubisky. And his throw here is incomplete. Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target. And it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They
Here we go.
Sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense has shown right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They get a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Barry Sanders and the rest of the offense heading back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air.
That's how you do it, son. That just bounced off another guy.
Pass in this first half. And this offense
That's how you do it.
He's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can
Boom,
still
bounce off,
I mean, 2
catches.
touchdowns already here through the second quarter.
All right.
There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Anderson on for the extra point. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And a route is on here in this first half. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Anderson now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. If second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Reggie White in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. The catch made by Miller.
Dang it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Looking offside, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Trubisky now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
All right, Bears,
they come
let's
out
see what
here
you got.
with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now it's Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quit about the game there on 2nd down. That was a
Come on, don't let him get the first down now.
You can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now it's Trubisky, and that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And Sanders now to return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. That a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Exactly. Why do you do that?
Inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know the defenders are getting up off the ground, heaving a sigh of relief. They just held Barry Sanders to a -yard run. But Barry holds the NFL record for most carries for negative yardage.
And he will have a touchdown.
That's how you do it, guys.
Barry Sanders tying a career high with his 4th touchdown of the game. And this offense is running away with this one. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. A drive that time of 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Anderson now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. A one-time Bears All-Pro, Brian Urlacher, in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
I don't understand why they just do that.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
That's it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now
he's got it at the 15. That goes for a gain of 31. A nice shot
nice
there, Charles.
guy.
They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That's how you do it, guys. That's how you freaking do it.
Of a quarterback in control.
That's how you
blitz,
freaking
get
do
him
it,
into the right
son.
protection scheme so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Barry Sanders.
I cannot
from 7 yards away.
Not make a touchdown.
Offense continues to pour it on.
They should have seen this game. I mean, I've done
Phases
freaking
of the game. Defense,
killed
offense,
these
special
kids.
teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one.
I've done
It
ripped these
certainly
kids
has. They've been
apart.
pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Anderson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra harder to move it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Trubisky will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I don't know about these guys. They're about to make
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Now Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge
I
rushers
swear to
are coming.
freaking gosh!
You're right. Good recognition
No!
defensively to snuff that one out. Trubisky
To make a freaking touchdown, ain't
for
they?
the Chicago first.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And able to get him down, but he does reach
I
the
really wanted to
5.
make them freaking win
11
without
more on that
freaking.
one, and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it.
What the heck?
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves.
Oh my
Oftentimes, it's
God,
only when it's
man.
negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48.
I need an interception.
Yard line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And that is incomplete here. The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something.
All right, here we go.
There's nothing available there for him.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And
Oh, he's
that'll make it
laughing,
2nd
all right?
and
We'll
12.
see. We'll see.
On this day, the ground has been
I'm not
his,
gonna
but
make this.
at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone.
Why does all my players go for it? Let the other people go for it.
They take a shot downfield.
Oh my
but it
God.
winds up falling incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching,
so bad.
Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass
At
on
least
that
I'm
last
winning
play,
this
and that
one.
means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And open, it's
That's a
Moss
good
complete.
sticking catch.
And that
Nice.
one good for 16 yards and a first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've
I'm sorry
observed
for
over the
Bears
years in the
and
NFL?
things.
The better a route runner you are, the more confidence
Come
your
on,
guy's
man.
going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
And that's caught inside
See ya!
the 30.
See ya! See ya!
And this results in 6. Touchdown.
That is the game. That is the game right there.
Second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one.
I am so sorry
And
for
to me,
Bears.
that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely
Look
on
at
your
that.
sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
GG. Did that? Oh. That is crazy.
Now to try to add the extra point, the lefty Anderson. Extra point by Anderson, up
That
and
is
good.
crazy.
And the lead will swell by 1 more. Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And that's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way.
Now Trubisky wants the football, and the defense has come up with it. And he will score. It's a touchdown.
That is it right there. That is it.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense
What a
becoming
crazy
offensive
game
there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. Anderson on for the extra point. Extra point by Anderson,
that
up
is
and good,
crazy.
and that will extend this big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Imagine
The
if I
Bears
get another
offense
freaking
now heading
fumble.
back out onto the
Imagine
field.
that.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole
I'm
deal.
sorry. I'm
And
sorry for the
never
Bears.
forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling
no,
again.
you don't want
I'm
that
really
feeling
sorry
again.
for
And who
them.
knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Hard to believe his first
I'm going for a freaking timeout.
catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Sorry,
Put your best
timeout,
cover
I'll do it
guy on
again.
him,
I'll
and
do it
then
at the end,
change the
chat.
coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Now Sanders.
I'm
very
going for
good
a
return
15.
that time. 18 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Young's going to throw it here. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That is a win, son.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Passing yards, 349. Rushing yards, 197.
So long, everybody.
What a score. $350 yards. 4 touchdowns just by himself. That's crazy. Almost 80 freaking. That is just crazy.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, keep the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you, don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a... These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a... In jail I had... I make you cut off the... Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Act like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my...
Alright, see you, boss.
The big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, see how my... all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house.
Oh, see you guys.
Checking to golf. A lot of these was lost. They broke.
That was a good game.
I want that